Ba-ba-bum. Yes, I am still way too lazy to edit my videos on my tiny mobile phone. I'll be honest, if I would have like 1,000 views on my videos, I would probably do it, but I don't. And I don't really care. I just do this for fun. I don't do this to make a living. I even sort of stopped that feature that I could earn money from my videos. I don't want you to have 6 ads in my videos anymore. So I just do this for fun. That's basically the reason why I don't edit my videos or anything like that. I just want to make quick videos, and that's it. Um, as you have seen in my last video, I am really going to try and not buy games anymore for at least 6 to hopefully till the end of next year, October, because I just got so much to play. I got so much stuff to play. If you want to know more about that challenge, go check out my previous video. Now, talking about buying video games, my last pickup videos, was a month ago. Holy shit. I got way too much. I got way too many games. I bought way too many games, to be honest. But these are a lot of games that I will try and play and beat throughout the year. So let's start with the PlayStation 2. I got Slay the Spire. I actually made another video for the Game and Pickup videos, episode 3 for this year, and it was like 30 minutes. I was talking way too much. I got Shopkeep, and I got Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition because I played and beat Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, and I got this Fallout graving. And I'm like, you know what? Let's try out Fallout 4. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about the game. And I played it for about 4 or 5 hours. And if I may be really honest, I got bored. I really got bored. I'm sorry. I'm just way more into fantasy, Skyrim, Japanese RPGs. I got bored really quickly. And then I tried to like, hey, why not do the whole building your settlement? And it's so bad, the controls on the PlayStation. It just doesn't work well, at least. I think like a game like Conan Exiles done that way better. So whatever. I'm actually finally playing PS5. Yes, I'm finally playing PS5 for Black Friday, and that it has been here the entire month, not just one day, entire month. Really boring. I got Forspoken, and I just want to say this: I don't care how the character looks. I don't give a fuck. She's freaking gorgeous. I would be very happy to have a girlfriend who would look like her. I already forgot her name in Forspoken. I don't give a flying shit. However, the way she talks, and hate me all you want, this New York ghetto girl, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. If you play a game like GTA San Andreas, I'm like, that's really cool. That's the whole point of that game, right? The whole gang life, etc. I'm not saying that she is a gangbanger. I'm just saying that sounded really weird. I'm just saying that to me personally, she does not fit inside a Japanese RPG. But whatever. I did play it for about 2 hours, and it's not bad. The gameplay is not bad. The world building isn't bad. I am interested in the world. I will definitely play and beat the game. But my priority at the moment, yes, I finally got it. My birthday is coming up next week on the 2nd of December. And my mom always says, you can buy a game for like 40 or 50 bucks. Spend that money, you can buy games. Okay, so I got Final Fantasy 16 and I got One Piece Odyssey that is still being shipped to me. So that's also a game I picked up. So I got 3 PS5 games. And I played the demo of Final Fantasy 16 and I did like it. Don't get me wrong, I did like it. I was very interested in the world. I just felt that it had no soul of Final Fantasy. It didn't feel like Final Fantasy. It didn't play like a Final Fantasy game. It And I know it's sort of inspired. It reminds me of Game of Thrones. And that is literally what they want because it is inspired by Game of Thrones. Even the world map is exactly of Game of Thrones. And I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones. I'm House Stark, by the way, and they got fucked up. Sort of, right? Sort of. The ending was, well, I don't know. I didn't think that season 8 was bad, but I did think that sort of the battle between the dead and the living should have been way more epic than it actually was. It was pretty boring, to be honest. But whatever. Talking about Game of Thrones. So I have been, yesterday I've been playing about 6 to 8 hours with this game, so almost the entire day, almost. And I have to say, it's pretty good. It is way more fun than I was expecting. It's way better than I was expecting. Almost no updates. You had a free content update. That's really good. The game is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The music is fantastic. And if I am not mistaken, they have actually sort of remixed old Final Fantasy music in this game. So I'm hearing, if I'm not mistaken, I'm hearing, of course, the original Final Fantasy tune, but I'm also hearing like the battle tune of like Final Fantasy 8, and I think Final Fantasy 10 or 7. Because I was hearing one of these songs, I'm like, hey, this reminds me of like Final Fantasy 8. So that is really cool. You know, that is really sort of what I feel like, oh, it's a Final Fantasy game. But everything else, the way it looks, plays, everything else does not remind me of Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. If I look at this and I play Final Fantasy 12, even Final Fantasy 13, I am like, that is Final Fantasy. This is a westernized RPG. This is a Western RPG. But again, as I mentioned, I am having a blast playing through this game. But if you look at this, a really good example. If you look at this and you look at Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth, come on. Don't tell me you don't see a difference. Don't tell me that these are the same game, the same vibe. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth has that RPG vibe, that Japanese Square Enix game vibe. And Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16, in my opinion, does not. But then again, I am not the developer, and the developer decides what they believe is a Final Fantasy game. So the developers say, this is a Final Fantasy game, okay, I'm having a good time playing through that game. That's the only game I'm going to really talk about. So Final Fantasy 16 is actually pretty good, having a lot of fun with this game. On the Xbox, I got Soldier of Fortune 2, I got Dino Crisis 3. It's not as bad as people say, but the camera does suck. Dungeons and Dragons Heroes. Now, this is a game I was really looking forward to play. I got it on Friday, basically almost played it the entire Friday evening. It reminds me of Gauntlet meets Dungeons and Dragons meets Diablo, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. It's really cool. It is really cool. This is definitely a game that I will play a lot more. I got Barbarian, Dead to Right 2 and Dead to Right 1 or 1 and 2. And on 360 I got Project Slip Feed. Now I did play the game about 2 hours, but I don't know. I'm not super into space games, but they always look so cool. But I'm not super into them. On the PlayStation 2, I got a couple of games that I think is from the same developer. I actually know for sure almost. They are from, in Japan they call it the Simple Series. It's a franchise of really low budget games. I think it still exists, but it was notable on the PS1 and especially on the PlayStation 2 because they poured out so many of these games. And a lot of them, or a lot of them, were sort of localized to the West. So these are all in the same style from this developer. And I will tell you which style. So it's Paparazzi, Demolition Girl, Ping Pong, and maze action. Now leave in the comments below, what do you think the major feature of these games are? Yes, they're girls in bikinis. That's it. They're basically like, if you play the game, you're like, oh my god, this game is bad. It sucks. But the girls are animated pretty well. That's basically it. The girls are animated pretty well. I think that you also have an all-star fighting game with the girls from these franchises, including Onitshabara. Onitshabara is also one of those franchises that were from the same developer, same franchise, but Onitshabara actually became sort of popular. You know, the game on Z2 Chaos on PS4 is a really good Devil May Cry style game. Really good. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I got Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Really cool Diablo-ish game. Not as good as Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance or Diablo, but I did have a lot of fun playing the game. Star Trek Shattered Universe. This is a shmup, but I think if you would, if you would teleport yourself back to that era of gaming and you look at the gaming store and you saw this, you'll be like, nah, nope, I'm not gonna buy this. But if you're a shmup fan, this is actually a really good but really difficult Japanese shooter. Kind of the same as Paparazzi, Demolishing Roll, and whatever, I got Outlaw Tennis. I played it a little bit, and I'm like, I'm not into tennis, I don't like sport games. The whole big feature is girls in bikini. That's it. I know it's a little bit more, but to me, girls in bikini. And now you're probably thinking, but Claude, are you such a pervert? Why would you buy those games and then say, oh, girls in bikini? Yes, number one, I'm a huge pervert. Number two, I like these style of games because nowadays these games would never been made. Never. But Claude, you have Dead or Alive. No. Dead or Alive is dead. Dead or Alive is game over. There is no Dead or Alive. Or somehow there is someone else directing the game, and all of a sudden they really go back to the old Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive 6 sucks. And it killed the franchise. Because what did they do? Yes, they took out the girls in bikini. That's basically, they're still there, but you know what I mean. Okay, a little bit of a story. About 3 years ago, I traded, for the first time, I traded a couple of video games with someone who was a reseller, including I got like the Kingdom Hearts games on the PS3. But we always kept in touch. I never really bought anything from him again, but we always kept in touch. A couple of weeks ago, he messaged me and said, hey, I actually got a huge package of PS2 games with a large amount of Japanese games. Are you interested? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. I already bought so much. So he showed me a couple of those games. I'm like, and I asked, how much do you want? And he basically said all the prices for the games. I'm like, okay, that are some good prices. Those are some good prices. So I got a couple of other games with it that I wanted. But I will just tell you right at the bat, I paid 300 euros for this stack of games. Leave in the comments below, do you think I got ripped off or did I make a good deal? So first up is X-Men Legends. Now I have Legends 1 and 2. And I do really want to play those, but maybe I will wait. That means I have to wait a long time to get the Xbox versions because, yes, they're better. Again, same with the other games. I got this game because of girls in bikini. And you literally see on the front girls in bikini. A game that I've actually been playing is Psy Girls, a Konami exclusive I think not many people know about. Jackie Chan Adventure, Robot Warlords. I got Street Warriors, a really low budget beat 'em up. Don't buy it. I just buy it for, I do buy certain games for the collection because if I look at this and I look at the gameplay, I'm like, okay, this is a game I would want to try out. I'm interested in it, so that's why I buy it. I play it. I think to myself, it's not as good as I hoped it would be, but I will still keep it for the collection. So I am a collector, but I'm more of a gamer, but I am also a collector. I am not ashamed to spend $100 on a game that I'm interested in and thinking, oh, maybe this could be a really good game. And at the end of the day, I'm like, it's not really my cup of tea. It's for the collection. I'm not ashamed to do that. Endgame, actually, I played this quite a bit yesterday because it's a pretty good light gun shooter. A naval op warship gunner. This is basically Armored Core, just the old Armored Core with huge amount of options, customization options, and also the way you play it, the difficulty, but then with World War II warships. Just picture that in your mind, Armored Core, but with warships. I've actually played it for about 2 hours. It's not my cup of tea, but it is. I understand that there is a market for these type of games, and I think it's still this franchise still is going strong. Well, strong probably not, but it's still going. I'm not very sure. I got Orphan, Scion of Sorcery. Played this about 2 hours this morning. We'll probably play it more. It is pretty interesting. I would say it's interesting, but I am someone. It's really weird. But if an RPG, a Japanese RPG, where you cannot level up, you cannot grind, you cannot have better stats, to me gets boring quickly. I don't know why. I don't really don't know why. But if I can level up, if I can grind, if you don't have different weapons, armor, shops, it gets boring. And this does not. But I do love the graphics and the art style. I got Breath of Fire, Dragon Quarter, probably only for the collection because I'm a massive Breath of Fire fan. But I will try and honestly give it a shot because there's a group of people who say, oh, this game sucks. But there's also a group of players who say, no, you don't understand. This is how, there's a certain way you have to play this game and you will like it in the end. Give it a shot. So I will. Now, I am still playing Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2 on the GameCube, and I did play Phantasy Star Universe on the PS2, also a game that I still need to beat. And I think this is a sort of expansion. It's called Phantasy Star Universe, Ambition of the Illuminous. Really cool box art, by the way. And from what I can read from the back, it is sort of an expansion from Phantasy Star Universe. So I got this game. Now, these 3 games are basically the meat of this package. These are the expensive ones. The first up is Magna Carta on the PS2 in a really good shape. I don't know if you can see it, but it's basically in a perfect shape. You would think that I just ripped off the plastic of it, being sealed. Oh, actually, that's not true. Well, wait up, because like, but Claude, what is this? This is the box. This is not the inlet, right? This is only the box. You can easily buy a brand new PS2 box, so that's not really a problem. But to me, it's more about how the inlet looks, the booklet, whatever, and that looks really freaking good. I really like the art style, by the way. There is only one little catch that I didn't see. It's in French. It's a French version. I don't know French. I can play it. This is basically only for the collection, even though I was really looking forward to play it. So I actually messaged him and said, hey, this is in French. Why didn't you tell me? He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So this may sort of make the 300 euros a little bit expensive. I'm not entirely sure. Again, leave in the comments below. I got Stella Deus and the Gate of Eternity, and same in a really good, almost perfect condition. And this is a sort of a little bit of the end of the PS2's life cycle, tactical RPG. In my mind, it's in the same vein of Growlancer, but I think it's more like Shin Megami Tensei art style. I have heard that this is a really good RPG, but really difficult, brutally difficult. But we shall see. I'll definitely go and try and check it out. Now, this is the game that I really want to play. This is the game that I do not want to try for a few seconds. This is the game I would probably try after I beat Final Fantasy 16, etc. Really, my main game. This is the game that I really want to give it a shot. Because, and this is also, by the way, the most expensive one. And that is Steambot Chronicles. Now, again, almost perfect condition. Almost perfect sealed factory condition. Same goes with the inside. Let's see the. Yep, no scratches. Perfect condition. You probably bought this from, I don't know, from a collector also. Now, I have seen this game on the online marketplace sparsely, roughly around 120, 100, 140, 160 even euros. And I got this version for 90. So he got me for 90 euros. So I think I made a pretty good deal. So these were the games that I have picked up. This will probably, hopefully, be one of the last pickup videos in a very, very long time. We shall see. And again, leave it in the comments below. What did you buy? Did you buy any games for Black Friday, perhaps? Leave it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And like always, you'll see me next time. And now let me, oh, my old body, let me stand up. Whee!